Hello everyone. In our last video, we learned about arithmetic operators, how to perform mathematical calculations in Java. Today we are going to learn about relational operators in Java. Relation operators are used to compare values, and they are absolutely fundamental to programming. Every time your program needs to make a decision, like should I do this or that? Is this value bigger than that one? So it uses relational operators behind the scenes. By the end of this video, you will know all 6 relational operators, understand why they always return a Boolean result, and see exactly how they are used in real programs. So, relational operators are simply operators that compare two values. Think of them like asking a yes or no question. Like, is 10 greater than 5? The answer is yes, and it means it's true. Is 3 equal to 7? No, and it means it's false. And that is exactly how relational operators work in Java. They always return a Boolean result. Boolean result. Either true or false, nothing else. This Boolean result is what makes relational operators so powerful, because it is what drives all the decisions and conditions in your program. For example, is the user logged in? Is the score greater than 100? Is the password correct? All of these are comparisons, and all of them return true or false. Relation operators are used most commonly in two places: conditional statements like if and else, and looping statements like for and while loops. We will cover both of these in detail in future videos, but understanding relational operators now is essential for our first step. So, before we look at the 6 relation operators, there is one extremely important distinction you need to understand. And this is something that confuses almost everyone. In Java, the single equals sign and the double equals sign mean completely different things. So the single equals, which is this symbol, is the assignment operator. It assigns a value to a variable. For example, int x equal to 5 and a semicolon. Here we are putting the value 5 into the variable x. We are not asking a question, we are just giving an instruction. So let's talk about double equals, which its symbol is this one, is the equality operator. So double equal is the equality operator. It compares two values and asks, are these equal? So double equals is the equality operator. It compares two values and asks, are these equal? For example, x double equals and semicolon. So in here, we are asking, is the value of x equal to 5? This returns true or false. Confusing these two is one of the most common bugs in Java programs, especially for beginners. If you accidentally write the single equal instead of double equals in a comparison, your program will behave in completely unexpected ways. Always remember that one single equals means assign, and double equals means compares or compare. Now let's look at all 6 relation operators in Java. Let's declare first two variables to work with. Int a equals 10 and semicolon. Int b equals 5 and semicolon. Let's start from the first one, which is equal to. Equal to, which the symbol is double equals. So this one checks if two values are equal. It checks if two values are equal. For example, test out. I write inside the parentheses asking if A is equal to B. Let me run the program. And the output is false because the value of A is 10 and B is 5. So 10 is not equal to 5 and the answer is false. Let me write one more. This out. And this time I write A if A is equal to 10. Let me run the program and see the result. This time the result is true because A is indeed 10. So it was the first relation operator. Now let's go for the second one, which is not equal to. And the symbol is I'm sorry for the pronunciation. It's kind of hard for me to pronounce it. It's exclamation symbol, which is this one, and the equal sign. Exclamation symbol with single equals. So this one checks if two values are not, let me make it capital, is not equal. So let me write one example. So out inside it I write A is not equal to B. This one is reading as is not equal. Let me run the program. And the answer is true because 10 is not equal to 5. Let me write one more. This time I write A is not equal to 10. I run the program. This time the answer is false because A is equal to 10, so they are not equal. So let's go for the third operator, greater than, which its symbol is this one. So this one checks if the left value is greater than the right value. Let's have one example. So I write A is greater than B. Let's see if the value of A is greater than B. And the answer is true because 10 is greater than 5. Now let's write one more. This time I write B is greater than A. Let's run the program. This time the answer is false because 5 is not greater than 10. Now let's go for the next operator, which is less than, and the symbol is this one. So this one checks if the left value is less than the right value. For example, we have two variables A and B. I ask B is less than A. Let me run the program. The output is true because 5, the value of B, is less than the value of A, which is 10. Let me write one more. This time I write A is less than B. Let's run the program. The answer is false because 10 is not less than 5. Okay, let's go for the fifth operator, greater than or equal to, which the symbol is this one. It checks if the left value is greater than or equal to the right value. For example, let me write one example. A is greater than or equal to the B. Let's run the program. The output is true because A is exactly greater than B. Let me write one more time. This time I write A is greater than or equal to 10. Let's run the program. This time the output is true because A is equal to 10. Now let's go for the last operator, which is less than or equal to, and the symbol is this one. This one checks if the left value is less than or equal to the right value. Let's have examples. B is less than or equal to, for example, 5. You can have different kinds of examples, and the output is true because B is exactly equal to 5. Okay, we covered all 6 relational operators. Now let's talk about something really important, which is the return type of relation operators. Every single relation operation in Java returns a Boolean value, either true or false. This means you can store the result of a comparison directly in a Boolean variable. For example, we have already 2 variables, A and B. Let me declare or write a new variable name result, and I write equal A greater than B and semicolon. Now let's print the value. Inside the parentheses, I write the name of the variable simply, or to avoid any errors, just copy the name of the variable and then paste and run the program. And the output is true. We can do the same. For example, we define or declare another variable result G equal A double equal B. Please remember that here in this equal sign or single equal, we are assigning the value of right side to the left side, and this double equals means we are comparing 2 values or 2 variables. Let me write this out. You can also write this out manually. So the result is false. So you can print the comparison directly without storing it as well, as we have done it earlier. Like we can say 10 is greater than 5. We can also write the name of variables as well, like instead of 10 I can write A, and instead of 5 I can write B, and I can also directly add the values of the variables as well. Both methods work perfectly. The choice depends on what you need in your program. Storing the result in a Boolean variable is useful when you need to use that result multiple times or pass it to another part of your program. Printing directly is useful for quick testing and debugging. And that is relation operators in Java. Let's do a quick recap. Relational operators are used to compare 2 values, and they always return a Boolean result, true or false. There are 6 relational operators: equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Always remember the difference between one single equal to and double equals. So single equals assigns a value, double equals compares two values. The Boolean result of a relation operation can be stored in a variable or printed directly. All relational operators are the foundation of all decision making in Java. You will use them constantly in conditions and loops. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a lesson. See you in the next one.